Hello friends! Welcome to Science with me. My name is Dr. Erica. I am so excited that you are joining us. We are in our Among Us unit. We are doing lots of fun projects all about the game that has gone completely wild. We have some chemical reactions you can do to choose an imposter, which is fun. And today we are going to be doing an engineering challenge of making a catapult to clear some asteroids. Now, if you're a patron of ours, you can get the download at patreon.com/rosieresearch, and it will come with your PDF on some instructions and what you need. And also it will have a little asteroid sheet that you can use to shoot at, so you have some sort of target for the catapult that you designed today. Now, this is an engineering challenge, so there is not a right or a wrong way to do this. I want to make sure that's very clear. I'll show you one way of an idea that I thought of that we could do, but it might not be what you want to do to make your catapult for clearing asteroids, and that's totally fine. You should make something that works for you. All of engineering and building is trying to figure out new solutions, different ways to make something look, new problems, all that jazz. But I'm going to make the one that we outline inside of our PDF. And to start that off, we sort of build something for our catapult to lever off of. So I'm going to build something up like a little wall where my catapult can sort of lever off of that and give it the fling that we know and love. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a bunch of popsicle sticks. You could build this up a few tall, you could build it up a lot tall. It's up to you how many popsicle sticks you would want to do it, or if you have something else to build with, you could also make something with a different material. I always love, I know if you've been following us and joining our science for a while, you'll know that I love building out of our recycling bin. So you could also look into your recycling bin, and those are great engineering challenges if you want the extra challenge, because you're sort of stuck with whatever is in there. You've got to make it work, and I always love doing that. In fact, in our next unit, we're going to do some stuff with Perseverance, because Perseverance, the new rover, is landing on Mars on February 18th. So our unit after our Among Us unit lines up perfectly with that, and we will be doing some engineering challenges out of our recycling bin for that one. That'll be fun. All right, so I've got 5 here, 6, maybe 6 is good. I'm thinking also, actually, now this one's not in the printout, it's just me thinking at the moment. I know that I'm going to have a piece that flings. Kind of maybe it'd be cool if I built it up a little bit so there was a notch there. So I'm going to use my scissors and I'm going to cut out a piece that I can use to sort of build a notch around it. Oops. And now it's totally okay if you don't want to build a notch, or if you do want to build a notch. It's always important to remember that engineering is all about doing what you think will work for you, and then testing it, going back to the drawing board, redesigning it, fixing the things that you did or didn't like, changing it around. All right. I just thought, just now as we were chatting, I thought it would be kind of cool to put a notch in here. Just like a spot that it can really come down into. All right, so the next thing is I want to use a piece of cardboard that'll be the base of my catapult. So I'm just gonna cut a piece, I think actually right down this line will be just enough for me. And this lets me take my catapult wherever I want to go. All right, so I can glue this down onto one side of my catapult. I'll do that. And I really want to glue this down because this is gonna take a lot of the force of the flinging that we have. So I'm gonna actually add glue all around it, just like this. And if you're new, you might not know this yet, but I love the hot glue gun. It is my favorite building material that is out there. I love it. And if I wanted to add more stability, I could actually also add in rubber bands around it. That would also really make sure that it held really well. So that's another idea that we could use. We could see how that works out. But that would also sort of guarantee that it is holding nice and tight for us. So the next thing is I need to build my catapult arm. I had an idea to make sort of like a T and I could put the rubber band on the bottom part of the T so that when I came here, the rubber band would be stretched. And in a stretched state, it really wants to compress and bring it back, and it would fling my thing. That's my idea, and I figure I might as well try it. So I'm gonna make a T piece, just like this. And on the other side, my plan was to put my little cup. I'll put my cup right there. That's sort of my plan. And we'll see how it works. We should never expect for it to work right off the bat, because in engineering, the best projects come from when we have to face a lot of challenges and make a lot of edits and go back to that drawing board and really think about what's going on. All right, so I'm thinking I'm gonna do it like this. And I wanted to put the rubber band's gonna be really important. If you want to, you could just really, you can imagine how you could just flip it like that without a rubber band, but I kind of want it to reload itself and whatnot. So I'm gonna put a rubber band on here. And I'm realizing because I put these guys, I'm gonna put these on afterwards, because I'm thinking that it'll lift up this rubber band, and I don't want that. So I'm gonna put this rubber band all the way around here, just like this. And then if I put it here, the idea is it automatically flicks for me, which is kind of cool. So let's see what happens. Now I gotta test it. We'll see what happens. Oh, perfect. All right. So now I can set that up with my ball. Came right back to me. How great is that? I can set this up and I can clear my asteroids. Now it's going to take me some time. You probably want to tape down your asteroid paper so that you can move this around and change how far back you pull this, and this will stay the same. If you're moving both of them, it's going to be really hard to sort of hone in on where you need to be. But this allows me to sort of figure out, ooh, how far does this guy go? Ooh, I need to go closer because it didn't make it. Or I need to pull harder. Now, if I wanted to pull harder and I can't because I'm pulling all the way down, another thing I could do, let's try it. I could try putting on a second rubber band to really try to make it extra tight. So we could try that too. Ooh, and I just hit that asteroid, which is perfect. That's what I wanted to do. Then you would reload, hit another asteroid, and you would just try to keep hitting your asteroids. You could do this as a timed event. You could just do it at a party where the kids are getting something fun as they clear those asteroids and get to check off that task. And we also got to build. The building part is the most fun, I think. So I really hope that you guys have a fun time building your catapults to clear your asteroids. If you make the same thing, that's awesome. If you make something different, that's awesome too. If it works in the beginning, awesome. If it doesn't, that's okay. You can just go back to the drawing board, figure out what didn't work for you, and make those edits. Like, I did not like that it didn't go far enough. Adding another rubber band really worked out for me. That's what engineering is all about. So don't get discouraged if it doesn't work perfectly for you. Definitely send me your pictures. I would love to see the pictures of your projects and hear about how clearing asteroids goes for you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining us with science today. Make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss a video as it comes out, and you can always support us at patreon.com/RosieResearch, and that gets you all of the downloads and you'll get all the supply lists ahead of time. All right, we'll see you next week. Have a great one.